So today I just want to talk about something that I have found to be so powerful, so life changing, and it is literally one of the biggest things that has led me to where I am. That, my dear friends, is the power of intention. I know it as, when you decide to do something and you say, okay, no matter what, I'm going to do this thing. It's not going to be easy. It might get you inconvenienced, but you said that no matter what happens on this day, at this time, this is what I'm going to be doing. Now, I say it's changed my life because this year alone, I have had the opportunity to travel to different places in the United States to get to meet a woman that really, really inspires me. And for the past 2 years, I have been wanting to meet, and I was always thinking about it and had no clue, no idea whatsoever how I would even get in proximity with this woman. Now, this is Lisa Nichols. You may or may not know her, but it happened. And the only reason that did was because I set the intention to do it, and everything else just kind of works out. So some of you may know that in the past couple of weeks, I just came back from a trip called Speak and Write to Make Millions. And this is by Lisa Nichols, Motivating the Masses. And it was held in Newport Beach, California. But the thing that you may not know is I set the intention 2 months prior to the event. When I actually first heard about it, I set the intention that for the day and time that it was set, I would be in California at these events, and I was going to be having a blast. Now, keep in mind, at the time that I made this decision, I had no idea where I was going to get the money. It was really expensive to pay for the tickets alone to the event. Mind you, I paid VIP just because. But I didn't have the money at the time. And you have to think about your flight, you have to think about where you're going to stay, how you're going to get around, and all of these things. And I remember it was actually I think like 2 a.m. and it was middle of August, I believe. And I'm up late at night, and I just found out when Speak and Write to Make Millions is going to be. And this is an event that I had seen like clips of on YouTube, like from the years before, and it looked really, really interesting. And I knew, I always thought to myself, one day I'm going to be at this thing, and I'm going to be in the same room with this woman and all these amazing people. But I beforehand, I never set the intention. But this time I actually did, and I said, okay, you know what? I will be there. And what I found to be was that even though I didn't have the means, I didn't have the money, I didn't know exactly how to go about it, as I continued to hold on to that belief, as I continued to just push myself to do whatever I could in order to make it work, things just kind of unfolded and worked themselves out. I kid you not. And it's even funny because, again, this was 2 months prior. But the interesting thing was that even the night before I left, I was actually having an issue with the place that I was going to be, the hotel that I was going to stay at, and you need a visa and all these things, a credit card. And at that time, I believe it was like 3 days before that, I had misplaced my wallet. So I had lost all my IDs, I lost my bank cards and everything. everything. I'd lost it. And I'm having this moment where I phoned the hotel and asking them if they take cash or anything like that. And even though I had applied for New York cards at the bank, it would take at least 2 weeks for me to get the replacements. And I was leaving the next morning. So, okay, this story is getting really long. There's all sorts of reasons, there's all sorts of obstacles that are going to come along the way just to test that if what you decided you were going to do, you were really serious about it and that you're going to stick through it. A lot of times we give up. A lot of times we say, you know what, can't do anything about it, so I'm just gonna let it go. I'm gonna give up, and thinking about it at the time when I was having the whole hotel credit card issue, a thought was coming in my head, and I'm like, maybe I just shouldn't go. Maybe I should just stay. Maybe this is a sign that I'm not ready for this, and I'm not financially stable, and blah 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 blah. You will get any excuse and all the excuses in the world to try and stop you from committing to that thing that you said you would do. But I'm here to remind you, in case you forgot, because we forget. I forget a lot. Regardless of that situation, miracles really do happen. I was like, you know what? I've come this far. I've managed to get my ticket to the event. I've managed to book my flight. I've managed to have all these things in place. I'm not just gonna cancel, in the last minute. So I'm gonna go ahead with it. Everything's going to work out somehow. And I believe that God, I call him God, Allah, you call him whatever you want. I'm not trying to impose my belief on you. You call him whatever you want. I believe that the universe is going to take care of it, and somehow it's going to work out. So the very next morning, actually the morning as my mom is dropping me off to the airport, she's like, did you exchange the currency because you need US dollars? And I'm like, no. So we stopped. She's like, okay, we'll stop by the bank. We stopped by the bank, and I'm going in there really trying to stay calm. I have every reason to panic, but I'm like, it's gonna work out, and I'm just going to hold on to this for now. I don't care. It's gonna work out somehow. I'm not worried. I go to the bank, and I'm talking to the bank teller, and surprisingly, she's like, hey, guess what? I am seeing a comment in here that says that you have a card that just came in. You applied for your Visa card and it's already come in. Let me check if it's there. And fair enough, she checks, I get my card. And that in itself is like, from that moment, I'm just in awe. I'm just so grateful for everything that has led up to that point. And long story short, it turned out to be the most amazing trip. So whatever it is that you want to do, something you've been thinking about, something it will be good for you and you will benefit from when you take action on it, please, 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 my dear brothers and sisters, set the intention to make it happen. Don't just think for it to happen, don't just wish for it to happen, but actually do set the intention, because whether you like it or not, things are gonna come up in the way to try and prevent you from going along with that. But you can do it. Just have faith, believe in yourself, believe that the universe has your back and that you will be taken care of, and it will work out. This is Amina Ndagire. Thank you so much for watching. Mwah.